What is up, everybody?
Hey, hey!
Welcome to Let's Go Together.
Let's go together.
Today we're going to talk about the best and worst parts about buying and selling an RV. And we have a lot to discuss about that. So if you don't know, if you're new here, we are Chrissy and Ann, and this is Greta. And we are planning our trip to full-time RV life. Our trip to, I guess that sounds ridiculous.
Our time.
Yeah, but in case you don't know, it's in 2028. We are going to be going full-time in our RV, which we're excited about. And listen, we thought we had found the RV. It is a 2003 Beaver Monterey. And if you're like, what is a 2003 Beaver Monterey? Well, let me show you.
It's gorgeous.
It is this bad boy. Oh, isn't it so cute?
Selling points. It has an island.
It has an island, y'all.
It has a sunroof. Not roof. What is it called?
A skylight.
A skylight that I kept telling Chrissy to turn off.
Yeah.
It had a washer and dryer.
It still has these things, everybody, just to be clear. It has all of these things. I just want to make sure that's very clear to you. But look at how cute it is. It's got this slide out.
Got 3 slide outs.
It's got 3 slide outs. It's super cute.
It's a cool brown green color.
Yeah, but more importantly, let's look at that island she was talking about. Look at.
It feels so homey.
Look at how cute it is, you guys. It's such a cute little RV. And then it has the skylight that Anne was talking about. I'll try and show you, but I don't know. It might be difficult to sort of fully show you the awesomeness of it. Well, here's a picture of the cute bathroom. It's just, I mean, the bottom line is it's friggin' adorable. And we really loved it. But you know what we didn't love so much?
We still love it.
You know, I guess I shouldn't say what we didn't love. What I didn't love so much is, well, a lot of it.
Diesel.
It's a diesel, you guys. So, it feels overwhelming to me knowing that we're going to be going full-time. And so when we go full-time, we're kind of going to want to be like, you know, we're trying out this new multicam setup, and Anne is very confused by it. So this is the camera we're using right now. We're talking to it. So anyway, it's a diesel RV, and because of that, it like feels super overwhelming if something were to break while we're on the road. Because we're not diesel mechanics. We're not any kind of a mechanic.
But you're pretty darn good. You can change the oil. You can do the tires. You can do the brake pads. You could do all of that, but not on a diesel.
Right. Because that's a lot. So we're just not going to deal with that. So that's one thing. And then we also realized 40 feet is probably a lot of feet.
Well, so let's just tell a little backstory first.
Okay, let's.
Okay, I think with my brain. And Chrissy thinks with her heart.
It's true.
And her feelings. And so she went and checked this out, and she fell in love. When she was just going to test drive to see if she wanted a diesel.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's accurate. But I think it's important for me to say, did you see how great this is? I mean, of course I fell in love with it. Look at it.
But you say, Chrissy, you know what? We could buy that in the future, and it's going to be bought in the next 10 minutes.
Well, that's not entirely true.
So she fell in love, and then she made me fall in love with it.
Mm-hmm. Understandably so.
And so we bought it.
Because again, look at it. Look at it. It's so cute.
And then Chrissy's heart head.
My heart head?
You think with your heart. Said, maybe I should have thought about this whole diesel thing later. And I said, if we're going to actually get rid of a diesel, then I want a smaller one because I want to fit in the national parks.
Right.
Which we had discussed before we met the Beaver.
Yeah, so in a lot of ways, we're like, okay, well, if we're getting a bigger one, that's fine. It just means that we are going to adjust our thinking for that. Meaning, like, well, what kind of like site we're going to get, and know that, like, okay, we have to have a 40-foot RV or we have a 40-foot RV, so that's going to change the type of campsite that we can get, which is fine. I feel like if you go into it with eyes open on that, that's fine.
But anyway, it changes your job and everything else.
Yeah,
so anyway, we want to talk about the parts of buying and selling. Well, we have many years of practicing in buying and selling houses. So you'd think it would be the same.
Yeah. So that is a thing about me, right? Is that I like to buy and sell houses. Though, for the record, how long have we been here?
Yeah.
How long have we been here?
But how many?
How long have we been here?
7.
No.
10, 9.
10 years.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, but before that, I had 4 forever homes before that.
Yeah, Anne wanted me to tell her that every home that we bought was a forever home, which in theory, I love the idea of, and so of course I would commit to that, and not like, I wasn't like being untruthful when I would say that. I felt that way. But then, you know, the tide would shift, and I would...
And then I would give unreasonable things, like it has to be the exact same floor plan as our first house. It has to be across from a park. I have to be able to walk to work. And then the next day we'd be moving.
Because I'm an amazing real estate searcher, and obviously we found the house. That was supposed to be our forever house. But again, regardless.
So let's just say this. We got really used to selling and buying houses. We got really good at buying and selling houses.
And now we're trying to get really good at
buying and selling
RVs. So here's the thing. We decided after exactly one trip, that it was time to get rid of the Beaver. So, okay, we listed it. We've listed it. It is a 2003 Beaver Monterey. I will go ahead and put the listing below so that if you're interested, you can check it out. It's got not even 80,000 miles. It's in fantastic condition. It's really beautiful. We love it a lot. And also, it's not the right RV for us to take on the road forever.
Because diesel. And
40 feet. And also, there wasn't like a spare bed. Since discussing that, okay, we're going to get rid of this and we're going to try out we're going to get a different RV, we've been able to think a little bit more that maybe, I now know the things that I should have thought of with this RV, right? When we were buying it, I thought okay, I know the things that I'm looking for, which were things like I actually wanted a diesel engine. I wanted that type of thing, but I wanted 40 feet, and we got it. And now that I got it, I'm like, JK, this ain't it.
So we've sold a few things already. We have been moving up the ranks. So we sold a van. We bought a van during COVID, which is how this whole adventure started, and we refurbed it.
Yeah, I mean, we brought it down to the studs of the van, right down to them.
And so we rebuilt it up. You're not helping me with the word
revamped it?
We fixed it back up. We made it into a perfect van, and then Chrissy had knee surgery and couldn't stand up.
I mean, to be fair, I knew that we wouldn't be able to stand up in the van. And also, we thought, that won't be that big of a deal. It's fine. Turns out it was a bigger deal than I thought. And then also, we got Doug. And Doug is...
a bigger dog than we used
He's
to
40
have.
pounds and had, that... He, couldn't even turn around in it. He had to, back out to, the entranceway and then turn around and then go back in. So, clearly, that wasn't going to work for us either.
So, we sold that, and that actually selling went pretty well. And so then we bought a camper trailer thing.
This is kind of fun, right? To watch and try and figure out
the
actual verbiage. It is a bumper pull trailer.
That's what I said.
Otherwise known as a travel trailer. A short guy. A little guy. He wasn't big.
But it had all the things Chrissy needed. She could stand up. There was a toilet.
And a bed.
And a bed. And a kitchenette.
A little kitchenette, yeah.
Which we loved. But then, I don't know what happened. Oh, we didn't like pulling.
Yeah, it turned out for us that, pulling a camper meant you had to have a vehicle big enough to pull a camper. And considering we go camping in the camper, 6 or 7 times a year, I'm blowing so much gas to be able to pull a camper. So we decided, okay, we're going to get rid of the camper.
And selling that one went really well.
Went great, yeah.
Easy peasy.
Easy breezy, beautiful.
Cover girl. And so yeah, that was easy. We posted on Facebook. We had a buyer. They came down from far away. It went great. No problems there.
Yeah, that's true.
So then we just bought a.
Not just.
Well, no, we had.
Oh yeah.
Right after that, we had a Class A Winnebago.
Look at you knowing what it was called.
1991. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. But then I was wrong.
Class A 1991 Winnebago.
Awesome. Bed, bathroom, shower.
We never used the shower. We used
Never.
it for storage.
But
there was no slide outs in it. It was an old ass RV that had a real hard time getting up hills.
And that was the noise, which was Chrissy's biggest thing.
Yeah, y'all, if you've not been in an old RV, it is loud when you're driving down the road. As you can guess, it is just loud. And it is what it is, and that's fine. And that was one of the deciding factors behind me thinking, I gotta get a diesel.
Loud and hills.
Yeah, and everybody says that a diesel pusher on hills, amazing. Anyway, I don't know why we're like hashing that out again. The bottom line is that
We're talking about buying and selling these.
yeah, I guess that's true.
So anyway, we sold that one, what? How long ago now? A month? 2 months?
We bought the Beaver in August, so we sold this in September. Yeah.
Yeah. So we just sold it last month. And Chrissy is an instant gratification girl. So post should be sold tomorrow.
I don't necessarily feel like it needs to be sold tomorrow.
Next week.
But soon. Quickly.
So posting, we did RV Trader, which is good, and I recommend that if you are selling one to go with RV Trader. It gets out to a bigger population of people. Mm-hmm. But in 1991 that you want to sell instantly but still for the price you want is a little hard.
Yeah. Hey, if you're liking our banter at all, if you're enjoying this at all, we sure would appreciate it if you would hit the thumbs up button. We'd love it if you would subscribe. We are going to try and go live every Sunday. That time will vary based on what we have going on, but I will try to put up some, the preview things to let you know when we're going to go live and what we're going to be chatting about. But we'd love if you would join us. So thank you for being here, even if you're not here on the live, but you're here on the playback. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Very much. Let's go together. So RV Trader, Facebook, places that you're going to sell a place. Things that we have learned in selling. Let's start with selling instead of buying.
Let's. Go ahead.
When posting is good. One thing that we have done wrong almost every year is selling in fall.
Yeah, what the heck is wrong with us? I say us, but really, anytime I say us when it relates to buying and selling things, you should just assume this is a me issue, not an Ann issue, because she's not buying anything, and she sure as shit isn't going to sell it. Right?
Yeah.
Right. She doesn't.
So one thing we learned is it would probably be better in fall when people are excited about camping instead of, hey, we winterized this, buy it now. And make sure that you are saying all of the positives, but also saying all of the negatives. People want to know what they're looking at, especially if they're going to fly to come get it. So I would say you're going to list all of, obviously you're going to say all the positives, pretty easy to do, but you're also going to say this has a dent, this has not been updated, this has been done, so that they are clear on all the negatives, and then the positives outshine those negatives.
Yeah, and to be clear, I often will use ChatGPT to help me write that ad. And most of that is because, like, I can just give ChatGPT sort of the make and model, and it's going to be able to make sort of a short ad. But also I can say, okay, here's the make and model, but here's the specifics about my RV. Work it in there so it makes sense and so people know about it, but also I don't want to highlight the negatives, but I need to make sure that everybody knows about the negatives, right? I'm not going to be that seller who somebody's like, wait a minute, you didn't mention that to me. So it's important that if you have negatives, you do mention them.
Yes. Another thing that I would say is your photos have to be done correctly. You want the right light. You want the right angle. If you have slide outs, you want the slide outs in, and you want the slide outs out.
Yeah, because I mean, if you've bought an RV, you know just as well as I do that you want to know, like, how much space is there to walk around when everything's closed up? Am I going to be able to make my way to the bathroom? So show that in the pictures.
They want to know how much storage there is. They want to know how much lighting there is. Heat, cold, all of those things. If it was winterized, if it wasn't.
Tire age, people. Everybody wants to know the age of the tires.
Which is more difficult than you could imagine.
Which shouldn't be, but ours, for some reason, they're very difficult.
I crawled under, got really dirty, which is fine. I love getting dirty. But to get really dirty and then still not find the year, that sucks.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we sold that, and Chrissy's blessed heart also loves to do it to help people.
Yes, we basically gave away that RV.
We didn't give it away.
I said we basically gave it away, and I feel like that's accurate. We took a pretty big hit on it, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I have
because
a bleeding heart.
instantly
That's not why.
needs to be sold.
That's not why. And I did not make that decision on an island by myself,
No.
regardless of what my wife apparently is trying to make you believe.
No.
We made that decision
We
together.
made that decision together
To sell the RV.
But also, she has a bleeding heart. So
It's true. Anyway, selling an RV is the worst. And one of the worst things, if you... this is 2025 when we are making this, and that means that the selling world, it is all over Facebook Marketplace. And holy smokes, Facebook Marketplace is like a swampland of terrible, terrible people writing terrible things to you. Asking about your RV or offering you, basically nothing to get the RV. All those things, whatever.
So now we've posted the beaver.
Yep, so now the beaver's on there. I'm getting lots and lots of really good, what seems to feel like positive feedback about it.
Again, I think fall is an issue here.
Yeah, the fact that we're trying to sell this in the fall, again, is a terrible time. But we wanted to try and list it locally first, which we've done. We listed it on Facebook Marketplace for the last week. And then we will, since it's been a week or so now, we will...
Okay, all the dogs are
All the
coming up.
dogs want to introduce themselves. If you are new here, this is Douglas. The little one was Greta.
And they're needy, and we're also dog sitting, so there might be another dog climbing up here soon. So
anyway, that's the worst part, I think, is saying the same thing over and over again. Yes, it's available. Yes, it's available. Like, why can't people understand, if it's still up, it's available.
Also, there's a lot of people who will ask questions, even though they're in the description of your sale.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to our friend Nick, who I was selling a scooter, and he asked me, hey, what's the weight limit on the scooter? Well, come on, Nick, it's in the ad. It actually says it. Sage, ChatGPT, wrote that in there for us. So look at those things. But people just don't look.
And so Chrissy does a lot of the stuff, like computer-wise, advertisement-wise, that kind of stuff. I do the more visible things, like the cooking and cleaning and emptying of things. So she gets to deal with all these stupid questions, and it might annoy her a little bit.
Yep, it does. But that's neither here nor there. Now that we are fully in the selling stage, we are still also in the let's talk about buying stage. Like, what do we know what we want? What are we looking at here? Right?
So now that we've owned the beaver, I know more of the things I want. And because of what the beaver had. And I think Chrissy knows more of what she doesn't want because of the beaver.
True. I want to show you this one that not this specific one necessarily, but this layout, this setup. It is a Jayco Precept 31 UL. So I want to show it to you so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is it in all of its glory, and it's a 31, right? So that means it's like a 33 footer or so. And so it's got a slide out here, and then a slide out on the opposite side because opposing slides are the bomb, right? So you have the couch here, the dinette here, and then this little kitchenette area, which actually has a little countertop, which it seems like as you get the smaller RVs, the 30, 35 footers, having actual countertop in the kitchen isn't common.
So countertop, number one thing that we really want.
Yeah. That has a queen size bed. My ideal would be to have a king size bed because as you saw, we have a giant dog and then we have a smaller dog. And then I'm not a small person, so having a bed that's big enough for all of us would be ideal, but also a queen is fine.
We'll stick on that picture.
Oh, go back?
Yeah. So positives about what we're seeing about this room for us is that it has a bed and the storage is decent. What we don't like is it has a walkway on the opposite side, which is really not accessible. It's still going to be us climbing over the top of each other.
Right. Which is not ideal. It has a walkway. Has a little walkway.
Little, that's what I said.
But
we also want to make
this
sure...
This isn't showing...
This is not the one we've been looking at.
Oh, it's not the one we've been looking at. I thought that it was.
That's why I was like, this
anyway,
is a weird
this
one to show.
over here is, it's a televator. If you don't know what that is a TV elevator. So it sits under the counter until you want it. You press a button and it comes out. Pretty cool.
So we also want to make sure we can have friends over because we will... The one and only thing that we are a little sad about is leaving friends and family. And so we, in the Beaver, huge, 40 to 42 foot space, and no beds for anybody other than us. So we want a bed that goes over the top of the front seats.
Right. Because then we can have people come and visit. Because we all know everybody's going to come and visit us all the time, right?
We need a decent amount of storage. My preference would be a skylight and solar.
Yeah, it's interesting this skylight thing has
That's
developed.
what I learned from the Beaver.
Yeah, apparently a skylight is of utmost importance to my wife. Who knew? Also, she's talking about... Did you just say laundry?
I did not say. I said solar.
Oh, you said solar, yeah. Laundry is something we didn't think we wanted, and then the Beaver has it, so now we're like, oh, maybe that's something we should consider. But again, going with a smaller RV, there's not a ton of space in it for laundry.
Yeah, and I mean, most of our dates when we were dating were at a laundromat, and I'm fine with that. We play cards. Well, it is. It's set aside time for cards.
Which I'm not sure we need set aside time when we're full-time on the road, but I mean, you know, maybe. So yeah, those are the things that we're sort of thinking about. It's important to us that we get it right. And that doesn't mean, again, you know, just as much as Anne wants me to say this is our forever RV, I think it's fair to say that it's probably not going to be our forever RV. Because we are trying this, right? We don't know what we're going to like. We don't know what we don't know at this point.
And also, flexibility is a big thing.
Yeah, accurate.
Yeah.
I think Anne's referring to the fact that I like to not be inconvenienced at all. I think that's probably what you're talking about.
Well, no, like, we have this list of wants and this list of non-wants, and there's sometimes you have to give a little on those because not everything's going to have everything that you need.
Well,
like
not for our price point, for sure.
That one that Chrissy just showed you, which I don't know if I've even seen, and I didn't even know about this TV elevator.
Yes, you do. You knew. Oh, you might not. You didn't know the name of it, you mean?
No, I didn't know it was there.
She didn't know it was called the televator.
I didn't know it went up and down.
What? That's the 31 UL that we've been looking at.
Well, I didn't know that. Anyway,
This
one that we saw
unbelievable.
does not have, it looked like no storage underneath.
Hey, don't forget the camera's right there.
I just want to look at your pretty face. But anyway, there is, so do we want to give up storage, which means we can't bring as much? Or do we want to make sure we have a bed? A bigger bed, a king-size bed.
I'm like, we're for sure going to have a bed.
No, like a king-size bed. Like, which do you compromise? Because it kind of seems like they go together. Like, if you get a smaller bed, you'll have a little more storage.
You think? That's what you're seeing?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
That's interesting. Interesting observation from my wife. So anyway, those are our thoughts about buying and selling an RV right now. it's the worst and also the best, because now we have the opportunity to think through a little bit more than we did before about the things that we're looking at. We are also considering going to Quartzsite in January to go to that giant RV show, and maybe we'll try some stuff out, see what we think there, because they have a bunch of used RVs there, which apparently this is one of the only RV shows that have a bunch of used RVs. I know there's some at all RV shows, some used ones, but this one specifically has a lot of them.
Well, even if not that, it just gives us we like to go to RV shows just so that we can see the different models, and so when we're looking on and we see one that's in a different state, at least we kind of knows what it knows. We kind of knows what it looks like.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, that's a really good point. Because it feels different when you're looking at it on a computer screen than it does if you are looking at it in real life. So we want that opportunity.
Another thing that we kind of we have really decided is that we saw the beaver, we got super excited. Real wood, it's very homey because of all that, and then we were like, but that's really heavy.
Yeah, who knew that real wood would be heavier?
But it's that thing that maybe we get faux wood instead of real wood, and then we can pack more things in it because of weight. Or it's going to be a little cheaper because of that. And so we can afford a little more of an RV because of that.
True, that's a good point. Yeah, I think that's a really good point, actually. I was looking at the quality, and we're selling our 2003 Beaver Monterey for $56,000, and you would be hard pressed to find a 22-year-old RV that isn't sort of one of the tried and true ones like Beaver, that's selling for that much money because of the quality of how they're built. And
Beaver's the best quality, which is really going to be hard to get rid of.
Beaver, Monaco, they're just fantastic rigs. And so it's because of that it's held its value as well as it has. Anyway.
And so...
Sorry, what were you going to say?
I'm sorry. With that, we also have learned that with the mass quantity that were created during COVID, we don't want a 2020 to a 2022.
Or 23. Yeah, that's about right, probably.
We aren't looking in those years because the quantity was mass production.
Yeah. So if you know of an awesome RV, if you yourself have one, if you're like, my friend has this awesome RV, this is a great model, stick it in the comments so that we have an idea of maybe other ones that we haven't seen that we should be interested in looking for. Anyway, to wrap it up, I want to show you, you're going to be the first people to see... Oh, wait a minute. I have a drum roll for you. Hold on. Stand
I
by.
just did a drum roll.
Yeah, but that's not as cool.
No, it's really cool.
I mean, is it? Doesn't feel like it's as cool, Anne. Talk amongst yourselves.
So anyway, if you're, while Chrissy's doing this, if you have loved that, we're trying this new thing where she's switching the cameras around and she's making me very dizzy and confused, like and subscribe.
I mean, I think it's fair to say everybody knows that multiple cameras keeps your attention a little bit more because it adds some excitement.
Put a comment down below if you agree or disagree.
Yeah. You ready?
Well, you have to tell them what you're showing them. What we're showing you, drum roll, is our new logo.
Did you hear it? That was really quiet. I wonder how they heard it.
I don't know.
Did you hear it? Was it super loud? I'm curious about that. Anyway, here's a drum roll again. Ready?
Our new logo
is right here.
Aren't you just so excited? You'll see that on a t-shirt soon, right here.
You too can get some Let's Go Together merch, because who wouldn't want it? Isn't it so adorable? We hired somebody on Etsy to build that for us. We're super excited about it, and we're probably going to work on getting some merch and some stickers, and that'll just be the logo that you start to see from now on.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah, we do appreciate your stopping in. I know there wasn't anybody who stuck around during the live, but we hope that you are able to hang out with us in the playback and come see us again next Sunday for a live again. And coming up, actually, I'm going to be releasing this week a video about accessible hikes at North Cascades.
Ding.
Yeah, accessible hikes at North Cascades. If I get it done this week, I will expect some applause. So I do hope that you will check that out. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you. Like and subscribe. And
let's go
together.